Good afternoon, YouTube. It's Brew by Me coming at you from Ontario, Canada. Yeah, I'm a little hot. It's like minus 25 outside, but lots of snow. So I just came in from shoveling. It's Friday. Finished work early. Time for a beer. Friday means beer. I'm dying here. Whew. Anyways, I'm going to be reviewing the last beer from Dominion City Brewing Company, which is about 20 minutes from where I live. This is their one of their basically what it is I guess every time around this time of year they're gonna make this beer, and it only lasts for so long, and then they make another one and it only lasts so long. So it's like a one-off, but it's a one-off that keeps coming back. So, but only once a year. I was down at the brewery Christmas Eve, or New Year's Eve, sorry. And I picked up 4 grumblers, 32-ounce bottles, 750 milliliter bottles. They were like $6 each. I picked up 2 teku glasses, 2 for 25 or 1 for 10, 15, something like that. Anyways, so I'm going to be reviewing the Lost Train Oatmeal Stout, 5.5% ABV, 25 IBUs. Did you guys a nice close up there? So let's see what it says. Rich and roasty, Lost Train Oatmeal Stout, named for Ottawa's fabled beer train, rumored to be buried somewhere beneath LeBreton Flats at the former site of the Canadian beer Baron E.P. Taylor Brading's brewery. Lost Train is full-bodied with notes of rich chocolate, roasted coffee, and dark grains. Ottawa-grown organic oats contribute a deliciously silky smoothness. Now, see, Dominion City Brewing Company Terroir Series number 3. So this is their Terroir series. So this is number 3 of the since they've opened. They opened in August. This is the 3rd one. So September, October, November, December, January. So every 2.5 months, about 1.5 months. They bring out a new beer. Now, for those of you that don't know, there was a brewery in downtown Ottawa, LeBreton Flats. Actually, they were doing some digging down there, and they came across the brewery's tunnel. It used to carry its beer from the brewery to the restaurant. So that's what they're talking about here. LeBreton Flats is a renowned site. It's owned by NC, the National Capital Commission, right now. The Ottawa Senators were trying to buy it to build an arena there, yada yada yada. Anyways, my teku glass, my Dominion City Brewing Company Oatmeal Stout. Let's crack her open and see what we think. Oh, come on. I'm so tired shoveling so much snow. Ah, it smells good. Some nice smokage there. I don't know if you guys missed it. Yes, I'm using a teku glass, but that's what I have up here, and it's Dominion City's brewing glass, so it's gonna make a wonderful, wonderful review. As you can see, dark as dark can be. There is a little bit of brown red here. You can see it through the light. You've got a half a finger ahead. It's kind of an off. It's kind of a brown head actually, or tan. Tiny bubbles. Let's give it a smell. See what you think. All right. All right. You're picking up a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of molasses. Kind of floral, earthy, dirty hops. A little bit of like your breakfast oatmeal is there. It smells like a little bit of like our roasted barley is in there as well. Anyways. Smells good. Let's dive in, give her a go. Alright. I take a swig of it. Light mouthfeel, medium carbonation. As it trickles down your tongue, It's slight hints of that chocolate, slight hints of that coffee, slight hints of that molasses and floral, dirty, earthy hops. When I say dirty hops, I'm talking about like earthy type hops, not dirty as in it tastes bad. But it's fairly simplistic. You do pick up those flavors. It's very easy drinking, very sessionable, it's quaffable. Every sip you take, you get those hints of the chocolate, the coffee, the molasses, the dirty, earthy hop goodness. And it's fairly smooth. The oatmeal adds a nice smoothness to the beer. If you take the smoothness out, it'll be a little bit more harsh, because oatmeal usually softens the beer up, or oats. Now, when I was talking to them, the way they brew this is they mash the grain, and then the dark grains, so their chocolate, their black, their roasted barley, whatever it is they use, they cold steep overnight, 24 hours I believe is what he said, and then they add it to the beer after the fact. Now the reason they do this, it's a well-known practice. If you mash your dark grains either after the mash, so you crush your dark grains individually and wait till the end of your mash, and then you add them in and you mix the grains up, gives you that nice darkness, and you don't get that astringency from those dark malts, like the chocolate, the coffee, or the chocolate and the black malt and the roasted barley. They're kind of harsh, and they have a lot of astringency because they're coined longer than the regular grain, so you get that kind of a slight bit of off flavor from the grain. Now, that's one way. The other way is by cold steeping them and then adding it to your boil kettle or whatever the next day. And cold steeping, you don't get any of the astringency as well, and yada yada yada. So a little bit of information for you guys. Definitely, this, out of the 4 beers I've had, this is my 3rd favorite. So it rates like this. Right now they have 4 beers out. I've tried all 4. Number 4 was the Town and Country Blonde Ale. Nothing wrong with it. Easy drinking, simplistic. Everybody will drink this beer. It has flavors, and it's not like plain crappy stuff. It's good. Then after the blonde is the Oatmeal Stout. Now I'm a big Stout fan. You guys know that. And this is good, but I've had better. Again, there's nothing wrong with this beer. It's fairly easy drinking, fairly sessionable. A lot of dark beer drinkers will drink it and enjoy it. I would buy it again. I would share it with friends. I would, if somebody offered it to me, I would drink it again. So that's number 3. Number 2 is the IPA. Now the IPA is 7%. It's an Imperial IPA, and it's very good. It's a little different than any other IPA I've had, seeing the fact that it had like that burnt candy, burnt caramel kind of flavor to it, and it had that nice dark red hue, which is very fantastic, and the hoppiness was good. Not too hoppy that an average beer drinker would like it, and not under hopped that a hophead wouldn't enjoy it. So that was a well balanced beer. And number 1 is the Earl Grey Marmalade Saison. Now that is a fantastic beer. They went off the charts with this one. A lot of breweries that open up try and keep their beers simple, but these guys went out on a limb a little bit and made this Saison. Now Saison is a farmhouse ale, so it has that farmhouse astringency or dankness, but the floral, earthy, herbal notes go very well with the orange zest that they use. Now, You definitely taste a whack of those flavors in the beer, and it's very enjoyable, very sessionable, and that's when I go to Dominion City Brewing Company, that'll be one of the beers I pick up all the time, just because it's so delicious and it's so different. So there you have it. I reviewed all the beers from this craft brewery. I will stop in from time to time and see if they have one-offs, and pick up my Earl Grey Marmalade Saison. And definitely get a t-shirt the next time I'm in, and I won't need any glasses from them for a bit until this one breaks or whatever the other one breaks. I got 2 of them, so perfect. And yeah, so if you guys are ever in the Ottawa area, take a drive down Montreal Road, go into the industrial park off Sheffield Road, drive on Canatic Road, follow Canatic all the way to the back, big gray and blue building there at the very back of the building. You know, I think there's 3 or 4 guys there that do the brewing. Well, 3 or 4 guys that actually run the place, and I've met 2 of them. One of them was serving me the beer and selling me the stuff, and the other guy was Josh, and that was the brewmaster. He's the one that comes up with all these tasty delights. You know, it was kind of busy, so I didn't really have much time to talk to them all, but I will go back in there and talk to them eventually and get a little bit more information for you guys. I believe they brew 700 liters, and I believe that they're upgrading their brewing system, and also they are expanding their hours at some point in 2015. Now that's fantastic, because right now, as it stands, they're only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they're open from like 3 o'clock, or from 3 o'clock till 8 o'clock or something like that. So it's not very convenient, you know, like, you know, days I finish work, 1 o'clock, you know, they're not open. I'm not going to wait around 2 hours to go there, so I'll just come home. But eventually they told me that they were working on that, and yeah, so great group of guys. Pretty interesting bar setup they have, wood wall, fridge. I think it's a big pine bar that they have. You know, it's fairly simplistic right now, but they're working on it. So thank you all for watching, and until next time, Brew by Me is out. Cheers! Pick yourself some Dominion City Brewing Company. Pick some of their beer up. It's good. Bye-bye. I'll be back in a bit with another review.